Good evening, world. Good evening, Africa. I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches these videos, and more thanks to those who have subscribed to this channel, because you are the real MVPs. And I also would like to invite everyone who haven't subscribed to click that subscription button below, right? And because it's the only and the best way you can support this channel, right? Yeah, because every time someone click that subscription button, it tingles me. Ew, 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 ew. I like it. Anyway, now it's easy, right? It's easy, right? Come on. Come on. Anyway, now that's out of the way, let's go nuts with these headlines like we always do right here at the Let's Feed Africa with Gilbert Drapari. Yes. We start tonight with Kenya, the land of Nyama Choma, marathon champions, and now apparently political thriller plot lines that even Netflix will reject for being too dark. Kenyan human rights activist Boniface Mwangi, yes, this guy, who has done more marching than a soldier in basic training, was arrested for allegedly possessing teargas canister and a rifle round. Not the rifle, just the round. Now, let's pause right there. This is Africa, the place where some politicians are caught with the entire suitcase of dollars and they go home for lunch. But Boniface, caught with a bullet, now suddenly he's a John Wick?
Police arrested Mwangi on Saturday and said they'd recovered unused tear gas canisters, a 7.62mm blank round, 2 mobile phones, a laptop and notebooks. Outside court, Mwangi told reporters that they have no evidence.
I mean, if this is how we're doing things now, every Kenyan with leftover fireworks from New Year's Eve should turn themselves in. Like, excuse me, officer, I've got 2 black cats and a sparkler. Do I get life or just 30 years? Yeah. And tear gas canister? I mean, in this economy, that might be his entire retirement plan. With inflation, you can't even afford the real perfume. Maybe Boniface was trying to launch his own fragrance. Oh, the revolution. But folks, let's be real. This isn't about bullets or canisters. This is about fear. The kind of fear the government have when people like Boniface Mwangi refuses to shut up. Because ever since the death of the blogger Albert Ojwang in police custody, it's been open season on critics. Protests have erupted. You know, nearly 50 people lost their lives. Let me say that again. 50 lives were lost, not because of war or famine, because of ideas, because someone dared to speak. That is not a democracy, that's dictatorship in a trench coat pretending to be a constitution. And if you've been found with a bullet is now a crime, then I have a bad news for Kenyans with a cracked phone screen. You're now a suspected cyber terrorist. So here is the Boniface Mwangi. May his bail be fair, trial be just, and may Kenya remember that freedom of expression is not a threat. It's the whole point of calling yourself a republic. But until then, I suggest we all hide our batteries. Who knows? There might be a potential trigger for a grenade now. This is the Let's Feed Africa, where we cover bullets, even if it's just one. Stick around and please do not forget to subscribe. Votes or voodoo? Uganda's politicians have turned to witch doctors in 2025 elections. That's right. All right, let's talk politics, Uganda edition. Yes, Uganda is heading to election seasons, and you know what that means? Promises, posters, and persons? No, really. In eastern Uganda, candidates have started turning to, wait for it, the witch doctors for political success. Yeah, apparently, if the ballot box fails, the juju box always delivers. Meet Rose Makita, a proud witch doctor, not just your usual herbalist. This woman says she has seen a notable increase in political visitors lately. Yeah, now she didn't mention any names, but let's be honest. If your campaign slogan says, change you can conjure, we all know where you've been on Friday nights. And guys, I'm not making this up. Check this out. This show we joke a lot, but we joke on real news. So you can do a research about it. These are grown politicians, the same people who promise roads, hospitals, and economic reform. Now showing up to a shrine at 2 a.m. asking for vision and votes? Brother, how are you leading your people if you can't find your ancestral spirits without Google Maps? Seriously. Imagine a candidate walking in like, Doctor, I want to win this election. And then she replies, okay, do you have goat's blood, chicken feather, and tears of your loyal voter? Forget debates. Next time, candidates will be showing up to rallies with calabashes and charms. Yeah, and the opponent is not countering with, policies, is countering with reverse spell. Like, I believe in free education, lower taxes, and by the way, I've neutralized your hex. Picture the campaign trails now. Instead of door-to-door canvassing, politicians are doing juju tour. Like, yes, I do want to speak with our elders of this village and the spirit that lives behind that baobab tree. Yeah. Campaign posters? No, they're just banana leaves and the ashes. And instead of manifestos, we are getting ritual schedules. 6 a.m. sacrifice a chicken. 9 a.m. ban opponent's name on a clay pot. At noon, Facebook Live from Shrine. Like and comment. And remember, be spiritual protected. Yes. Yeah. Honestly, with the way African elections go, I'm not surprised. In Kenya, we argue about servers. In Nigeria, we argue about INEC. And in Uganda, they argue about who has the strongest ancestral backing. Forget court petitions. Some of these folks will challenge election results by consulting the underworld Supreme Court. I don't care if you went to Harvard or Hogwarts. Can you fix a pothole? That's all we want. Potholes, hospitals and schools and low taxes. Seriously. Look, if the spirits really wanted you to be on power, they wouldn't need a goat every week just to keep you on power. What next? The Minister of Witchcraft and Traditional Spells? Come on, Uganda, come on. But jokes aside, it's funny till it's not. Because while the politicians are busy chasing charm, the real magic, the roads, schools, and clean water are missing. And if you need socially to win an election, maybe you don't have policies. Maybe you run out of ideas. But either way, Ugandan elections are shaping up to be less about ballot boxes, but more about spirit boxes. So next time when you see a politician suddenly wearing beads, carrying herbs, and hugging trees, just know it's campaign season, baby. Coming up next, a Nigerian pastor blesses his congregation with a Wi-Fi because apparently buffering is now a spiritual attack. Stick around, this is the Let's Feed Africa with Gilbert Drapari, and please do not forget to subscribe. Sign out! Yes! Yes!